Hashtag no music, no intro. This moment right here is just a little inside joke for Ryan, just in terms of, I don't know, man, just where the podcast is, right? Saints Block Party podcast. It's just good to know that we are being heard, we are being seen. We love it. We love it. That's all I'm going to say. But we're recording this Thursday night. We're going to jump into things. Sunday is the preseason finale for the Saints taking on the Houston Texans. Before we even get to the preview of the preseason game, before we talk about Saints stuff, we want to just talk about things about the community. So obviously, as we've announced before, we have season tickets. Obviously, we have preseason tickets. But that's the thing that makes this podcast, that's the thing that makes this community, this group of people so great, is people who support us. Maybe they're season ticket holders, or maybe they have things like tickets to the game. They're not able to attend, and they hit us up. They're like, hey, right, raffle these out. So I want to give a big shout out to our dude, Roderick. Roderick's been a big supporter of us for a very long time. Bree, just that whole story was wild, bro. Also, that story is like just the epitome of like how small New Orleans really is.
Yeah.
But
so small.
We are raffling off 3 preseason game tickets to the season finale against the Saints and the Texans. And if it was like the 4th preseason game, and like I would understand it, but like I would, and this is not any intel, I would expect at least like the starters to play a quarter and a half. We already heard D'Amico Ryan say that the Texan starters are going to play like the whole first half. So we are raffling them off. How you enter the raffle? All you have to do, if you're listening to the podcast, and if you are listening, please subscribe to the podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, all that. Whatever you guys are doing, all you have to do is you got to go to social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever it is. And if you're on YouTube, you're hitting the like button. If you're on Instagram, put it to your stories. If you're on Twitter, retweet it, quote tweet it. TikTok, you repost it from your account on TikTok, and just send us proof. So whatever you did to just put the love out there and just getting it out there to other people, just send us proof. DM it to me, DM it to Ryan, email it to us. Go to our website. There's a number of ways to get in contact with us. Our email is at saintsblockparty@gmail.com. Just show us the proof that you did that, and you'll be entered into the raffle. The different platforms, so if you do Twitter and you do Instagram, then your name's in it twice. So the more you put us out there for this episode specifically, the more your name is in the raffle. So we got, and so last day, we're going to raffle them off Saturday, probably around, I'm going to say like 4 p.m. Central Time. Okay? Just fair. It gives you enough time Friday or on Saturday to do so. And you can go to the preseason game on Sunday and see the season finale. See Derek Carr play. That's all we're asking for. Big shout out to Rod. Also, like a big shout out to Jordan, who's basically letting us be able to have one of our listeners go do the unfurling of the Saints flag every home game. Just, this is what makes this community so special. Just the camaraderie and just how everyone wants everyone else within the community to succeed. It's something that's really special and that I'm really proud of.
Hell yeah, man. Like, it's just, I'm amazed at what we're able to do with this, and it's a great opportunity for people. There's tons of people that just never, like me, for a couple of years ago, I had went to a Saints game in decades. You know what I'm saying? So, so now it's, a regular occurrence, and now people that don't get a chance with tickets being so expensive, travel being so expensive. Just being a part of this community will give you a chance and doing very little things, becoming a Patreon member, getting involved in the raffles and stuff like that opens you up to so many benefits. So I'm just happy that we're able to do that. And this is just the beginning, bro. We going
Right.
I mean, future. If we keep getting the support like we're getting and it keeps growing, man, it's only going to get better because we just trying to pay it back forward.
That's it. That's all it is. And so I want to be clear: you don't have to be a Patreon to be in the raffle. It's
Correct.
open to everybody. But please send us the proof. If you're like not in New Orleans, you don't plan to attend the game, you don't want to be in the raffle. Please continue to share, like, retweet, repost, like, whatever. Just don't send us confirmation so we don't enter your name in the raffle. So because we don't want to confuse of like this person lives in Alaska and they're not going to the game. But now's the time to do it. You're listening to this either late Thursday night or sometime on Friday or maybe on Saturday. Do it. Be in the raffle. We're raffling those tickets off on Saturday. Let's get in before we get into the previews. Feels like a lot of little bitty things have kind of happened that we kind of need to catch up on. Brian Edwards got released, and we didn't even talk. He played so bad. I'm surprised we didn't mention it on the recap when we were talking about the Chargers game.
I know, right?
But he got released. Very interesting that Mike Triplett put out a tweet a couple of days ago, essentially saying that the reason Keith Kirk is he back? Is he Kirkwood now? Is he Backwood? I don't know. We call him Keith.
It's Keith.
Just Keith, bro. Keith did not play against the Chargers on Saturday, largely because of or Sunday, sorry, largely because his roster spot is secured, and they wanted to look at other wide receivers, which was very interesting. So we got to put out a 53-man roster prediction soon. I have no idea. Like my Spotify just started playing out of nowhere. Sorry. I'll cut it. That was weird as hell. So that caught me by surprise and off guard. But he had a touchdown in the first preseason game. We'll put out our 23-man roster prediction. I would say we should probably record that Monday. I don't know, but we need to do it soon. But it's interesting because to me it sounds like Keith's roster spot is more solidified than say like that of a Traquan.
I feel like that too. I mean, I think what he showed in that first preseason game, what he's shown at practice, I think they just see him as I think they just like him. I think they like him as part of the team. Been with the team, been a part of the team a while. So I think he might have him a roster spot. I wouldn't call it solidified, but I think it's close to solidified.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, they know him. Like they know what he is. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what game it was, but it was last season. Andy Dalton was throwing, and I'll never forget. Like he threw a pass to Keith Kirkwood, and it was it was like a good pass, and he like just dropped. It was like a bad drop or just bad whatever. And our guy Miguel on Twitter called him Keith Backwood, and bruh, I hollered, bro. Like since
Backwoods ever since, bro.
Ever since, bro.
Spoken on
like, why are you keep Backwoods out of
We was just fed up last season, bro. We was just so fed up.
One of my favorite moments of last season is like in the live stream, you just made a disgusted face, bro. I don't think I've ever seen you so disgusted in my life. Just fed up.
Just fed up. Man.
Something that does seem to be happening does seem like the team as a whole, is getting healthy at the right time. Demario Davis returned. Rashid Shaheed made a little cameo and returned. Like he didn't return to practice, but he was there. Like he was seen, right?
He did individual drills,
stretched a little bit and what have you. For this team to be whatever it's going to be, whatever they plan to be contenders in the NFC, be contenders in the NFC South, they got to be healthy. And obviously injuries happen in the NFL all the time. The Saints have had awful injury luck with these last like 2.5 years. So for them
Worse.
to be getting important players healthy at the right time is key. Marshawn Lattimore wasn't out there today, but he was out there the day before.
Yeah.
I don't know about the knee thing. It seems like they're being a little.
I don't know what it is.
It seems a little hush hush. Yes, very
DA
coy.
said there's no structural damage to the knee, but he said it's something they're trying to work on the pain and something he's going to work through. It's like, what is that?
He's a cornerback, bro. Like working through knee pain as a corner.
Yeah. Ooh.
When you already got to run backwards,
man. Just get it healthy, bro.
That's it. Like you said it.
I don't know why I missed DeMario coming back. For some reason, I thought DeMario was still just working back, but he's been back for a little minute.
Right.
So that's huge. That's huge for your linebackers. Like we said, Shaheed working back. That's great. Still, we don't know if he's going to be available week 1, but he's getting to that point where he's working back. Right. So that's just good to see. Taysom Hill has been dealing with an oblique injury. Those injuries are they can go anyway. Like you could be hurt for weeks. You could be back tomorrow. I don't know. Like I don't know what to think about that one, but that's just notable to me.
I don't know, man. Like the Taysom thing, I know no one likes to talk about it for whatever reason. Like it's just not talked about. It's hard for me to. Maybe I'm just not looking at it right. Maybe they'll have a plan. It's hard for me to see an avenue or route of when and where he gets snaps. I don't know. I don't know where it comes from.
It's because they've rarely been proactive with his snaps. It's always been reactive. Like
right.
When this fails, let's use Taysom Hill. So what if Jamal Williams balling, Kendra Miller balling, the tight ends balling? It's like Derek Carr balling, throwing the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like where does Taysom Hill fit in then? Is everything working? If everything not working, then it's like okay.
Oh, it's easy.
Let's get Taysom Hill in there, give us a spark. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't know how that's gonna play out. I don't know.
I don't either, man. I don't either. I'm gonna throw this scenario at you. Sean Payton calls up Saints. He says, "I want Taysom, Pete, and Traquan. just getting the whole band back together, right?
Just get everybody back.
The whole band back together, bro.
A 3-person trade.
What round pick would it take for you, Ryan, Saints GM, to say yes?
To get all 3 players?
All 3, bro. And all 3. All 3.
Oh, man. I mean, we're going to take some dead money hits for that.
Correct. Got to keep that in mind.
You got to take that into account. But, that also becomes cap space next year. So, I mean, damn, man, 3 players, bro.
That's never happened in the NFL, bro.
Like, do we already have the second round pick from next year? We already have the second.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't giving up the first.
No.
So
no.
So it'll be like a third.
A third?
It'll be like a third, like a 2023 third and like a 2024 third or something like that.
Oh, I don't know, bro. You said 2/3.
Yeah, like I mean 3 players, bro. Like starters, not like Pete's a starter. We climb about Pete all we want, but he's a starter player.
Yes.
A Pro Bowl player. Pro Bowl. Like Taysom Hill is
Taysom Hill can win you football games.
And who else you said? Traquan? He just take Trey, bro. Like thank you, bro. Get him out of my face.
Please. Most Traquan thing ever, bro. This man started training camp on fire, Ryan. I remember when John Hendricks put the tweet out, and I just responded to it. The guy put the meme, the guy throwing the headphones off, just disgusted, bro. I didn't want to hear it, Ryan. I want to hear it.
Everybody Traquan looks to be holding down his spot as soon as he said that. This nigga here, bro. This nigga is. I can't deal with him, man.
Traquan reminds me like the type of dude that like goes all out to like get a chick, like dating or like to move in or whatever, like all out, bro, like
all
full stop,
romance, everything,
all that, bro. Soon that Lisa, bro, Traquan quit his job. Traquan on the couch. She going to work all day, looking at him like, nigga.
Can I get the keys? Can I get the keys to the Ultima? I'll drop you all.
That is the equivalent of Traquan, bro.
I can't deal with him, bro.
Can't. I feel bad for mentioning this kind of as late as we are. Speaking of front office moves, cap shenanigans, Kai promoted to assistant GM, bro.
Ooh,
got some more melanin.
Yeah, man.
It was a pleasant surprise.
It was
a pleasant surprise to see that, and well deserved. Like, can we be real? Like, I don't know who put it in our Discord, but like someone put a tweet out that was like an article of like the Eagles and blah blah blah, or like doing this new trend. I'm like, no, they're not doing anything fucking new that the Saints have been doing for like a decade plus, bro. Like nothing new.
And I promise you, the Ghost Years thing, I'm not gonna say Kai invented it, because I'm sure the opt-out clause has been used plenty times before. But I ain't never seen nobody use it like he has, bro. I ain't never seen nobody use it. Well, you signed the players to 5-year deals, but they a free agent in one. It's like I don't understand. Like this Inception type of thing. Like what is
this? He got a trademark it, bro. But like it like I said, it was good to see that. It was completely out of nowhere, completely unexpected, well deserved. And I don't know what this means in the grand scheme of things. Like, obviously, it's a promotion. It comes with, guess what? You promoted me. I'm getting more money. But the question I would have is, how much say does he have? That's always
the real question.
No, because I don't think anyone could answer that. Well, I know who could answer that, but they will never tell us the true answer. It's like, how much say does Kai have? Because you would think that the decision makers, Mickey, DA, Jeff Ireland, maybe like I don't even know if Dennis, what's the president's name? I'm blanking on it.
Dennis LaShaw.
I don't know how much say he has in like personnel moves.
Probably,
but right. That's why I would figure. Where does Kai's voice come in with those other three? I don't know, man.
I don't know the answer. As a black man, you know the answer.
I do. Oh, I do. Like, man, we just gave you this promotion, Kai. Go sit your ass on that.
You better be happy with that check I'm giving you. They're gonna run them spreadsheets, boy.
Oh, that was Gail.
Speaking of that, there's a new position now for like a football data analyst.
Oh,
for the New Orleans Saints. People's hit me up since like kind of that's what I do for a living. Like, man, Ryan, you need to get up in there, bro. Shit. Crazy. So many reasons why I would not do that.
So many. Bro, could you imagine them trying to interview you, bro? And they got like the podcast playing.
They just pulling on like thumbnails on YouTube. Fired Dennis Allen. Clueless. I'm like, yeah, I made that thumbnail. I made it.
But like, I would hope you would stand by it. Be like,
oh, I was staying on it. That's the point.
Yeah.
Like, matter of fact, here's the data. Why I said that. Like,
you handing out laminated fucking like presentations and shit to D. Anyway, that is so. Didn't they fire the prior analyst guy? Because I know we talked about it recently on the podcast. Is this a different position? Like,
well, no. There's the guy that they hired. I think he's going to be like over that whole analytic group.
Got it.
And this is going to be. I guess this guy will work under him. be like an analyst and stuff like that. So they're building out the analytics department. You know what I'm saying?
Like
they use it.
like a Cynthia Freeland, maybe.
Yeah.
Kinda. Okay.
Right.
Got it. Okay. Interesting, man. All I will say is that it's great building up analytic department and getting the president, like a director over it in place. And if the decisions on Sunday don't change, it's like
if DA is still saying, "Well, I just go with my gut," it's like
now that's not to say that there's not a time and a place in sports where a coach should. We're not trying to dismiss that, but
no,
like there are some decisions made numerous times last season where it's like, really, but it was such a defensive head coach. Like there were so many and that that's a defensive head coach decision, right? But shout out to Kai. Don't know if you listen or whatever, but if you do, shout out to Kai. Congratulations.
Root for him, man.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
And look, he could be a GM in this league, man. Like, you don't have to be a football guy,
correct,
to be a GM. I mean, Mickey Loomis was not a football guy when he was hired. He was purely a bean counter. That's what we used to call him, huh? Bean counter, Mickey Loomis. Right. So, you could make your way, man. And I'm sure he's learned a ton about, just from the football side.
Oh yeah,
just being with the team so long, man. So. He has he's still a young man. He's got a bright future ahead of him. So, I would hope he would be with the Saints, but if not, with some other team in the future, throw us some 2 third-round picks here, man.
You already know what's gonna happen, bro.
Affirmative action picks, man. What was that?
NFL will get rid of them and say we don't believe in that anymore. It's
the diversity, inclusion, and all that. Give me all that, baby.
All of it, bro. All of it. Let's talk about this game. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that maybe we've missed. We need to talk about. Sounds like Michael Thomas had a absolutely dominant practice today. Jimmy Graham. He's back with the team. Well, he's with the team. He's playing, and it sounds like he had a really good practice, really good day of practice yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know. Think about that. I'm getting that Foster Monroe feels with him. You know what I'm saying?
Ryan, I said it Sunday, bro. I said it Sunday. Like this man, when did that happen? That was like Saturday, right? Or maybe Friday, right?
A medical episode.
What have you? This man was out there practicing on Wednesday, bro. I don't know, man. Maybe they know stuff we don't know. But
I know they do.
For sure, obviously. But it still feels a little yucky. Can we also talk about a little bit, and maybe I'm looking too much into it, like the Foster Monroe buzz died down a little bit? Just like in terms of just his play, right? And you feel like he rarely gets mentioned in practice observations and things like that. But he's also the type of...
Yeah, I'm not worried about it for some reason.
He goes kind of under the radar, but when the game starts and the defense is keying in on every other player, that's when he can do a shit ton of damage.
Exactly. It's just one of those players. I'm just he's gonna get his balls. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna lead the league in yards or nothing like that, but he's gonna be one of those players. Kind of like what Dave Thomas back in the day, and some of the other tight ends. I wouldn't say Josh Hill because, as important as Josh Hill was, he would make a play every night and be like, "Oh, Josh Hill, man."
Yeah. Bro, tell me why I had a visceral reaction. I was watching a very small amount of Colts and Eagles, and I guess Dan Arnold's on the fucking Eagles, and they said his name.
Oh my god!
And I said, "Fuck him" loudly, bro. It was just just a reaction. They just said his name. I was like, "Fuck him." I was like, "Oh shit." Sorry, it escaped from me like that. Okay, think we hit on it.
Michael Thomas part is interesting though, because yesterday, it was yesterday or the day before. I think it was yesterday. He had a rough practice, to at one point, like, Brooke from New Orleans Not Football, I'm not going to say her last name, Brooke was saying like it was almost like a temper tantrum reaction. Michael Thomas Evans like wasn't catching the balls, and he was just like, really
Right.
reacted like he was just having a rough practice or whatever. So I just thought it was interesting that he bounced back
Right.
and just had a day where he was just catching everything, running curls, slants, all that stuff. He's a work in progress, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean that as like a knock to him, but he's 30, coming off
Shit,
ankle,
is he
foot,
30?
30, coming
Fuck.
off multiple leg injuries. So I just think,
It's gonna take time.
it's just going to take time, and don't expect, 2019 Michael Thomas. You just can't
Right.
expect that. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't mean that's not going to be good. What he's going to be is just he's not going to be that.
Right.
But I still expect him to be like a productive, like wide receiver that's going to really impact the Saints if he stays healthy.
Right.
But it's just this training camp really was eye opening for me. Is like, he is human. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't expect him to just bounce back to what he was after going through all of this.
That's so true, and just also it's been like this slow build, right? It's getting reported now. I don't remember if it was Ross Jackson or John Hendricks, whoever reported it, but like a couple of days ago, he made a move, and they were kind of commenting on how like his cut to do the route was crisper, like was violent, because that's what he was known for, right? He ran like violent routes to get open and make plays, and it kind of goes back to my point of what I said earlier on this podcast few episodes ago, is that it's so key and vital to me that Olave, Shaheed is healthy, because it kind of lessens and kind of takes the pressure off of him a bit, right? In regards to like he's not like, you remember how it was when he was at his peak, bro. It was like Michael Thomas and AK, and that was it. And if they got shut down, we were largely cooked offensively, right? So there's not that same expectation, that's the same amount of pressure where like if he gets shut down, like the rest of the passing offense is also, it goes, incompetent, which I think is really huge for him. But I also want to say that the pick of A.T. Perry and his like unexpected growth and maturity and learning the offense and making plays very, very quickly is also like a huge thing, because if Michael Thomas needs a little time, again, I'm not expecting him to be dominant top 5 or at one point the top wide receiver in the NFL probably ever again. But if he could be like a 70% version of what he was, that's still a high contributor to the offense.
Absolutely. And also we know that when the game is on, bro, Mike different.
That's what, like, you said the thing about training camp, and I heard it, and the thing that I kept flashing to was week 1 against the Falcons last year.
Man. Yeah.
Because he came back in training camp a little bit, and then I think he got like hurt again or whatever, and then he didn't practice a lot in training camp. But when it was week 1 out there, bro, like that first half didn't go well, but that second half, when the team needed it, bro, he turned it on. Like he's so much like he's good in practice, but when the game is on and he's dependent on, he's usually out there making plays, trying to do whatever it takes to win.
Exactly.
And I think a big thing is like he's going like a full training camp without being hurt, bro. Like that's huge. That is huge. We were waiting for that other pin to drop. Like oh wow, here it hasn't dropped, right? Preseason game, and then after that, cuts on Tuesday, and then there's a week of like off, and then they're preparing for the Titans. So hopefully that remains the case regarding his health. Two two things I wanted to bring up really quick before we talk about the Texans game. One, actually, I'll just combine it all in regards to the Cardinals. They traded Isaiah Simmons to the Giants. I know we've talked about it on this podcast before. Their drafting of defensive players over the last years and just completely like using them out of position it is asinine, Ryan. Like I want to file a lawsuit, bro. Like how does it keep happening, bro?
I don't understand it. I don't
get it, bro.
Yeah, Hassan Reddick. Yeah, Xavier Collins, Isaiah Simmons.
The only one that they've done that to and it's worked is Budda Baker. That is it. That's it. Anyway, let's get into this Texas game. Looks like the Saints will get at least a full half of the Texans and their starters offensively and defensively. Also means that we'll probably get a lot of snaps of Will Anderson going against Trevor Penning, which I think is like a thing to really key in on and look out for. Trevor Penning was kind of asked about the big tackle for loss that happened against the Chargers, and he gave a very detailed play description of what happened. And right. I know that we brought up that play quite a bit and kind of left out the rest of that game against the Chargers. He had a pretty damn good outing.
Yeah.
But that's just that's what it is when you're offensive lineman, bro. Like when you're doing your job well, yes. So I think this is a great matchup for him. And I'm going to be keen on a lot. And then switching over to the defense, when the Saints defense is going against the Texans offense, I'm not expecting a lot of CJ Stroud to be scrambling or whatever. But I do like the fact, even though it's not a regular season game, they're going against a quarterback that, one, they don't have a lot of tape against. I know they have college tape. They don't have a lot. They don't have any game tape of him from in the pros. And then two, he's been he's a prototype of player that's been the Saints' Achilles heel, DA's Achilles heel defensively for the last couple of years. It's just athletic, mobile quarterbacks.
We saw it in the Chargers game with Stick.
Easton Stick, yep.
Easton Stick was moving, running. I don't know how many yards he put up, but he was moving and just flushing just like we see the rush flushes past you, and they're whoop. Open. Week before, we saw that with Patrick Mahomes, a little few snaps he had.
Yep.
Flush past. It's oh my God, will we ever figure this out? And that's been the Achilles heels for this defense for a long time. And this season, even though we don't face a lot of good quarterbacks, we face a lot of young quarterbacks that will do that type of damage to you.
Jalen Hurts, rookie season, just
let us not forget. That's why I tell people, it's oh man, look at the quarterbacks we faced this season. I'm like, bro, do you not remember?
Absolutely nothing to
nothing,
me.
Man. Nothing.
Jalen Hurts walking off the field in Philadelphia, in that game, just So
oh my God.
They will face Bryce Young twice, CJ Stroud once, Anthony Richardson, because they played the Colts, right?
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson. All these young black stallions, bro.
Dude, that boy there, he is big, bro.
Bro, I watched a couple of snaps from him. He's big, and the passes I saw him throw in the preseason game I watched earlier, and I just saw a couple of throws. I was like, that is why he got drafted top 5, because that bitch hums off his arm, Ryan.
Easily, the ball comes out just
hums. And I was probably more impressed, and I didn't watch a lot of him leading up to it because there really wasn't a need for me to. But most of those balls were accurate. They were thrown too hard and too fast, but the receivers got their hands on it and they probably should have caught them. So he has to be able to learn how to take some off of it and things like that. But bro, if Anthony Richardson can get it together, I know we talking about the Saints. Jim Irsay is an idiot, bro. An absolute fucking idiot. Like the best friend to a young rookie quarterback in the NFL is a good, great run game.
Right.
And I get it. The running back market is what it is. He probably doesn't want to pay Jonathan Taylor like a huge contract, and from that aspect, I get it. But you're telling me like y'all couldn't work out like a short term deal where like the Colts are happy and he's happy, he gets his money, and you're not putting like everything on your rookie quarterback who probably should be like not starting this season, like on his shoulders. Like that's just bad team, man. Anyway, sorry.
But he made it hard on himself because he went out there talking about this is the running back market, blah blah blah. Just
idiot, Ryan, idiot. Anyway, getting back to the preseason against the Texans.
I mean, look, man. Thing I'm thinking about is the offensive line because we finally, fingers crossed, offensive line has been marginally healthy throughout preseason, and we have a picture now of what that starting O-line will look like.
Yep.
Trevor Penning, James Hurst, Eric McCoy, Cesar Ruiz, Ryan Ramczyk. That's your starting OL. And, from what we've seen of them, it's looked good. So I just want to see how that works against this, this defense that we're going, this DeMarco Ryans led defense.
Right.
We're going against, I think they're going to bring it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think they're going to bring it. I think it's going to be a good test. Not only in the pass rush, but also in the run game, because I have not been impressed how they blocked the run game, specifically the first team. How they blocked the run game for any of the running backs, honestly. The most running we, like rushing yards we've got have been like second, third team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to see this first team really bust some holes open in the run game.
Please.
And, I want to see how the penalties work out. From last week, you had a lot of self-imposed penalties. I want to see if this is the trend or was it like you just
outlier.
Got some bad yeah. So I want to watch all that, man. The offensive line is so crucial to this season.
Bro, we talked about it even before training camp, bro. Like it was just with this drum, we just kept beating. We kept beating it. And thus far, they have shown at least, pass protection, things like that, which obviously is huge, that they may be able on paper, hashtag on paper, and with their health, if they may be able to be a decent to good offensive line, but if they really click and things really go together, they might be like a top 10 unit, right? Which is
that's great,
huge for the success of the team. Something I am looking out for. I know Derek Stingley didn't get like any close of like the amount of pub that Sauce Gardner did, but he was injured, in and out of his rookie season, but he had a pretty good rookie season.
Yeah, he did.
As a corner. Derek Stingley against Chris Olave, bro, like
that's fun.
Like I want to see it. Like let me see it. But I am very interested of how, because again, it's a preseason game, and not only is it a preseason game, you see this team in the regular season.
A couple weeks, right?
No. Oh shit! It's like fuck. It's like October 15th or something, right? So yeah, it's like 2 months away.
We gonna be there,
right? So my question is, how much do you really show? That would be my question, because it sticks with me so much because of that Niners game, bro. Like that's the thing that like we have this conversation in this house all the time, and I say if Greg Williams doesn't show every blitz to Jim Harbaugh in that preseason game, bro.
Oh, that preseason game, yeah.
Because Jim Harbaugh, after the Niners won, literally said they knew exactly where the blitz was coming because it was the same blitz that they saw in preseason from Greg Williams. Same thing, bro.
I mean, yeah, you're gonna know because he sends everybody, like everybody.
Right? Or so, like, part of me is wondering, like, when the Texans are on offense, does DA send a lot of pressure? Is it playing like a lot of base?
it's going to be very base defense, man.
Yeah.
Maybe
As it should be.
But it's not going. From what I've seen so far in the preseason, the defenses have been very basic. You may get some cooking from the offense,
right?
Because I think they just want to see it. I think they want to know what they're going into the season with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's going to be fascinating, bro. Like,
I'm excited for this game, man.
Also, how do you approach it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
the worst preseason games is when you struggle. Like, you got your ones out there and they struggle,
and then you
got to keep putting them out there.
And look, yeah, bro.
I hate that because it's like, give us another series, damn it! Like, go get a touchdown. You know?
Like, yes, and because and I get it because you are balancing like how long do I keep my starters out there so I till they've achieved what the coach wants to see, but like at the end of the day it's still a fucking preseason game, so you're risking like their health the longer that they're out there.
Right, but you also want to come away with something positive.
I get it
because I've seen Sean Payton do it. Like,
he's easily done it.
Drew Brees never there go 3 and out. He's like, get your asses back out there.
Nah, not acceptable. Give me some players, maybe positions that because there's no fourth preseason game, bro. Like this is it.
This is
like,
it.
If you got to show this is the time to show something. You got to show it. So players, position groups you're really keying in on besides offensive line.
Well, I think we've talked about it that it's going to be Paulson Debo and Marshawn Lattimore. Now, with Marshawn Lattimore working back from his injury,
right?
I think we're going to see a lot of Debo and Alontae Taylor
on the
outside. And we'll see how they rotate the nickel. It's probably going to be Roby, the dude who name I can't pronounce right now.
Who's?
The
guy they call Sub-Zero.
Him, yeah. Sub-Zero.
Omo, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I think it was during the Chargers game, Max texted me, does it looks so good? I'm like, no, it doesn't.
He gonna be on the team, bro. He's gonna make the roster.
It's funny you say that.
He's probably gonna be second as a nickel, bro.
When I was in Costa Mesa for that first joint practice with the Chargers, he flashed, bro. He flashed quite a bit. So completely understand why he would be. Where did he even come from? Now I'm curious. Anyway, any other position? No, I'm looking it up. Terrible podcasting. I'm sorry.
Obviously, the thing we've been focused on all preseason, the defensive line, bro. Like, Breesy, will he continue to stack and show that growth? Foskey. I want to say I felt like after rewatching, looking at some film study, I went a little hard on Foskey, and it was still deserved, but it wasn't as bad after rewatch. Like, he did get some he did show something.
He did.
He did show something. He did show something. Not enough to me, but he did show something. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say I did go a little hard on him last time. So I want to see if he could build off of that. I just want to see if he could build off of it.
Is he going to be active week 1?
No.
Is it Hugo Amadi?
Hugo Amadi, yeah.
From Oregon. He's been in the league. So he started his career with the Seahawks. Was with the Seahawks for 3 years, then with the Titans, then he was with the Chiefs last year.
Another thing when you talk about Marcus May pleaded down his case, the DUI case.
Yes.
He pleaded it down. So that suspension should be coming. When? I don't know. But usually it's about 3 games, 2 to 3 games.
Right.
For DUI.
I mean, it's something that has kind of gone under the radar.
Very under the radar.
Not really talked about. I know we've mentioned it here and there, but I don't even think that we've probably talked about it as much as we probably should have. So at that point, if he's missing 2 or 3 games, part of me is like, was he really did he really play last season? But he's made some good plays. He made some good plays in the preseason game against the Chiefs. But who fills that void? Is that question?
Lonnie Johnson and the rookie.
Jordan Howden?
Jordan Howden, yeah. Those are going to be the guys. And those, if he gets suspended going into week 1, those are going to be the guys that's back there. So,
right.
Yeah. Them live bullets different, baby. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, them live bullets is different, man.
Different.
You be like, preseason, training camp. Yeah. Regular season is different, man. Them offensive coordinators is cooking. They are doing all kind of, motions and stuff like that to fool safeties.
Well, some.
So we gonna see, bro. We gonna see. This is DA's realm here, like the DBs, safeties, all that. This is his thing.
Where's our guy? Where's Daniel Sorensen? Where Daniel at, bro?
Let's bring him back, man.
Like, why not? Especially like Marcus May, if he gets suspended, like those 2 games, his roster spot, he doesn't count against the roster. Bring in Daniel, bro. I know we went hard on the signing last year. He was out there getting interceptions. He almost returned that one against the Browns, bro. The White Knight himself. Bring him back.
White Knight himself, man.
Bring him. I'm interested to see, like, there's some players, like, I'm interested to see Ellis Merriweather. Like, to me, like, his roster spot should not be questioned. It shouldn't be questioned. It should be questioned, bro. Like, I don't know how you look at what he's done the first 2 preseason games and, like, the way he's run, the positive yardage he's gotten, like, he's been able, like, a good check down option, like, the things he's done, like, he has to be on this team and solidifying, like, the running back room, in my opinion. But I know that probably this game will, play a huge factor into that. I'm assuming he's going to play quite a bit in the second half. We talked about it before, and it goes under the radar a little bit too. Who going to be kicking, bro? And punting? Who kicking and punting?
I think that's the ultimate competition right there, bro.
Who kicking and punting, bro?
I don't know.
I need to know. I don't know right now. Well, I know. I know the punting battle. That shit's over. Like, over. The kicker battle. I still feel like it leans to the incumbent, but bro, I don't know, bro. Groupie was just consistent. I don't know. I don't know, Ryan. I can't call.
I'm not going to feel good about whatever decision it is.
So
I'm not going to feel good about it.
So you complain either way, bro. If they cut Lutz and they go a groupie, you complain.
I'm not going to feel good until I see the outcome of it. Like I'm not going to feel confident about either decision.
I just hope either one doesn't become like another like Dustin Hopkins situation.
Oh, please not. Please no.
Man was a Redskin and was just a solid kicker for like a number of seasons for them, bro. Like just solid.
There's so many. There was something I want to mention. You can go ahead while I think about it. No, I mean you can mention him. I still feel like he's not making the team, but
I don't either.
He's making a case. He's making his case, but I just feel like he's another one of those players that every team has. That's like, oh, he's not going to make it on the practice squad. It's like, he probably will.
He probably will. Yes.
He'd be all right.
I mean, like he was an undrafted free agent. It's not like he was like. Another thing I'm really looking at, and DA by name mentioned, Jalen Smith had a good game. Said that he's going to need to be versatile, potentially, be a contributor on special teams. The number of linebackers they keep, to me, is something I'm really looking at. It's a very fascinating thing of how that's going to play out.
Oh, man, linebacker is huge, bro. I think, the revelation of Jalen Smith is just amazing because
it's probably put a wrench in things, bro. They probably signed him just as like, okay, DeMario's out. We just need like a veteran.
He was just out there, bro. He was just out there chilling.
Out there, man. Out there. I can almost guarantee you that when they signed him, they probably didn't think he had this much juice left in him. And then, like, I don't know how he had been looking in practices, but like you watched that game against the Chargers, you like,
because I didn't see it, so I went back and watched like some of the all 22.
Nigga,
like, oh shit,
nigga,
like he was, man,
moving.
So my thing is, I don't know how long that'll last with his whole knee thing. I don't know if that's something that he could continue doing or it kind of wear down over time.
But here's the thing, though, like if he's not
a starter,
that's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
Just use that reserve, bro. Just tag him in for a
straight up.
Just straight up. His speed on Saturday. It was Sunday. It just leaped off the fucking screen.
It really did, man. And just the instincts and knowledge.
Yeah, man.
I watched his interview. He talked about how he had a good understanding of his defense already. For some reason, and
that is super telling to me.
Yeah. So, and DA said he just was shocked how quick he caught on to all the calls and stuff like that. So, man, like,
can you cut him? Can you cut him?
No, and everybody like, well, I mean, DA said he got to get some special teams work. I'm like, shit, like, you gonna get rid of this man because of special teams, bro? Like,
bro, really, you can't cut Zach Bond. I'm sorry, Joey, but you can't cut Zach Bond and just have someone else fill the role. But I know Zach Bond's a good special team player, but come on, bro, like,
come on, man.
I just see like a blitz just cooked up, bro. Like on third down, it's like 3rd and 7. You got DeMario and Jalen Smith and Sugar in the A gaps. You got Cam Jordan and everything. Just like they was like a stunt, and then Brian Breesy in the middle, bro. Like it got to happen. It got to happen, man.
Especially on them stunts. You know those X stunts and all that he like to run. Boy,
off dog blitzes, bro. And Breesy,
bro. Come on.
Like the pass rush is still a question, but if you're gonna have to manufacture some pass rush, at least do it with someone who has a shit ton of speed. Speaking of players are still looking out for, Peyton Turner, he had 2 preseason games. That presser, he was just like matter of fact, like business. That smile's gone a little bit, bro. Like. All right, Peyton. Like, show me against the Texans. Like, I know we keep saying show me, and you showing us, but we gonna keep asking it. I feel like as long as we keep asking, Peyton Turner gonna keep showing us something, Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
I feel it, bro. So just show us something against the Texans, bro. Just show us something.
Please do. 6 sacks, baby. Coming
for the season.
For the season, that's it.
Man, if he keeps showing
more than 6.
No, whoa. Too much dip on your chip, bro. Just give me 6, bro. Just give me 6. Stop pushing the moon.
Now, what about this Nico Lelos, bro?
Legolas, bro. I don't know.
Is he just one of those flash in the pan preseason guys? Because I
That's
respect
what I feel like.
As I looked into him, I mean, grind through the XFL. He was with the Giants. Like, he's a dude that's just grinding, bro. Like, I like that, man.
You do, bro.
Get that lunch pail out. Yes, let's go.
Him and Pete Warner share the same lunch pail, bro. It's like the same one.
Got the sandwiches in there. Like, yeah, just come in here.
I don't know.
He had a game against the Chargers, bro.
He did, man. And he flashed a couple of times in the first preseason game against the Chiefs later in the game too. You know who also flashed? And sorry, I'll go back to Legolas. Malcolm Roach flashed a shit ton too. Roach,
man, he has had an underrated preseason. Very underrated.
He has flashed a lot. And I know we've been on this defensive line hard, right? And I still have concerns of like how like actual natural pass rush gets to the quarterback, not like manufactured, like actual pass rush gets there, at least from the edges. And that's something I'm still looking out for. But I do want, again, it's early and it's a little maybe premature, but I think a lot of credit goes to the front office, right? Getting Brian Bresee late in the draft. They took him, they drafted him. That looks like that's potentially going to pan out. Signing Colin Saunders, signing Nathan Shepard, It's not to the level of like signing DeMario Davis, because I'm not saying that they're going to become DeMario Davis, but kind of just one of those under the radar, like this player is like ascending, but maybe the rest of the league does not see this player like the way that we see them. Let's sign them. And like Colin Sanders has also had a great fucking preseason, like a damn good preseason. So maybe like that line as a whole, has become a little more. There's more depth on it. That said, there's something that's underrated, that the Saints essentially are going to have potentially two free roster spots. So obviously they have to carry 53. They'll be able to kind of carry 55 because of the AK suspension and the potential Marcus May suspension, right? Yeah. So they're going to be able to keep maybe a player for the first 3 weeks, the first 2 weeks, and then they got to figure it out after that. I think that's underrated. So maybe like a player like Legolas may be able to make the team just based on that. But keep in mind too, on Tuesday, the entire fucking league goes from 90 players to fucking 53. Like, you want to talk about Twitter going to be crazy, like for the NFL, but not just the Saints, like the entire league. Like, it's going to be blah, blah, blah got cut, blah, blah, blah got traded. Blah, it's going to be a lot. I still potentially think that they may make a move where they go get a player, claim a player, whatever, in these cuts that happen on Tuesday. Maybe it's edge rusher. I don't know. But I also wouldn't be shocked if they made some trades, right? Wouldn't be shocked to see, we talked about the potential Pete trading, trading Pete, trading whoever, Traquan. There's players on the team that potentially may be traded that also reduces the 53. It's going to be fascinating, man. It really is. Like,
yeah, we the roster ain't set.
No, it's not.
So we're going to see what it's going to be, because it's going to be a lot of moves. It's going to be a lot of moves they cut down. It's going to be a lot of moves after cut down.
Yep.
Where they put players on the practice squad, then they bring them back up and all that stuff. It's
all that back and forth. I think I was going to ask you something and then I lost it. So I just completely lost it. But I think that's pretty much it. Just really want to see, like, the big thing in this game against the Texans, at least defensively. And I don't expect any like design quarterback runs from CJ Stroud or anything like that. But can y'all just show me like contain, like a little bit? I just want to see a little hint that the team can contain. Because I get it. There's no scheme. There's no whatever. But like, that's just a basic fundamental football thing, is containing, right? I know there's no game plan, but with the number of athletic, mobile quarterbacks that the team's going to face this season, like, it is going to be crucial that gets resolved and fixed and all that. And even like, they faced Ryan Tannehill week 1. Ryan Tannehill, like, he's older, he's had some injuries. He can still move from time to time, bro. Like, so just show. I want to see that contain. I want to see, can the defense still look as good as it has been throughout the preseason. Be fun. As always, we will be enjoying it together. If you're a Patreon live stream, the link is going out. I'll probably send the link out either tomorrow or Saturday, but more likely tomorrow. I'm heading to Vegas this weekend, seeing Adele with the fam, then driving back on Sunday. So I'm here for see the preseason game. Going to be in the Zoom live stream, everything. So if you want to be a part of it, please do become a Patreon. Like I said, the time's now. Regular season in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Football. Real football. This new era of the Saints with Derek Carr and this.
Wow.
Right. It's here. So we got y'all covered. As always, we'll be here talking about everything Saints related and more. So we appreciate y'all. We appreciate the support. Also, just really quickly, and I hate to be this person, and not a lot of people listen to like the end of the podcast anyway, so I feel like I can say this. How different would the Saints' future be if they had drafted Kenny Pickett?
Yeah, man. When they passed him up, I knew we'd have this conversation at some point. Like,
well, I mean, because I don't know, man. Like that when he threw that ball, the Taurus Pickens, bro, I was like, that ball. Anyway, it'll be just an interesting sliding. It's not to the level of like Mahomes or anything like that.
No,
but
no, it's not even close.
No,
but
like, it'll be.
It's just one of the things like, damn, like, man, you know. They're not saying I don't like Carr and all that stuff, but I'm just
of course. I'm just thinking of like we talked about Kai earlier, bro. A rookie quarterback that was either decent or good and on a rookie deal, and Kai had to play with that, bro. You want to talk about an upset NFL, bro? I know the Saints would be like whoever like the top free agent was, like the top defender, bro.
Oh, Trey, like, you know, then you can go and get a Chris Jones or somebody. Like that.
I'm just saying, bro. Kyle be like, ooh, shit. No, it's more from that standpoint more than anything. Right. Anyway, we'll be back on Sunday. We'll have the recap, recording the recap Sunday. If you want to go to the game, enter the raffle, send us proof. So we'll put you in the raffle. The more social media apps you use, the more times your name is in the raffle. That simple. We'll be back on Sunday. We'll be doing the live stream on Zoom on Sunday during the game. And then Tuesday is Cuts Day, and we are full steam ahead going into the regular season. We thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. It's go time for us. Like this is it. This is go time. So we got y'all covered. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. We'll be back Sunday night. With that, we're out.
Peace.